reason why. The pain and the pleasure all come together. There's no reason why. Don't play that.
So I just read the first 5 volumes of the 7 Deadly Sins. Now, this is a series that has been on my radar for a while now, because how can it not be? It's one of the most popular manga series out right now. And I constantly see it when people bring up the names of great shonen battle manga. The thing I was puzzled about though is why almost no one seemed to ever recommend that I read it. And of course, now I know why. I went in with very low expectations, I wasn't expecting anything super great. And I have to say, this is probably the most underwhelming thing I've ever read in my life. It starts off with this guy Meliodas, who has a magical talking pig, and he runs a tavern. He runs this tavern because he's looking for a group of powerful warriors known as the 7 Deadly Sins. He figures people can just come in, they'll spill out rumors, he can gather information. Kind of a weird way to gather information, but well, whatever. Then this runaway princess named Elizabeth shows up at Meliodas' tavern. Once you know it, she's also looking for the 7 Deadly Sins. You also have your bad group, the Holy Knights, who are looking for Elizabeth to take her back home, and also kill any of the 7 Deadly Sins they come across, because, a whole bunch of history and whatever. So, they attack or something, they try to take Elizabeth back, but in a shocking twist that has never been done before in a first chapter of a battle, turns out Meliodas is a 7 Deadly Sin himself. He's also their leader, and he's overpowered as shit. So he beats up the Holy Knight, and he's like, "Hey Elizabeth, I'm gonna grope your breasts, come join me, and let's go on an adventure to find all the 7 Deadly Sins." So yeah, they go off, they find some more. You got Diane, who's like a giant. You got Bon, who is immortal or something. You have King, who's like, I don't even know. And this other dude. I don't know, everything about this series just felt so, bland by the numbers. It's hard to really describe how I feel about this series. Just pure mediocrity. The story isn't really that bad in the first 5 volumes I read. There were definitely some moments where I was like, okay, yeah, that shit was pretty cool. There's also some pretty dumbass moments, like there's a scene where they have to go into the world of the dead or something to get one of the Deadly Sins who is trapped in there. So they enter their way, and then one of the Holy Knights who is chasing them is like, "Oh, they're in the land of the dead, let me just kill myself." So she pierces her heart, and then she's in the land of the dead. I'm like, yo, that was pretty hardcore. You just killed yourself. But it turns out it's fine because she only half killed herself. Yeah, after they leave the land of the dead, apparently she only half killed herself. They never really explain what that means. She's alive now. It's all fine. She came back, and it is full of battle manga cliches. Oh my god. Nothing about this series really feels super original. I've seen pretty much everything done before and done better. But overall, the story really isn't that bad, and the art is pretty decent too. I'm not a huge fan of the character designs, but everything's pretty well drawn. The action scenes look nice. The main problem is the characters. What the fuck? These characters are so boring. Oh my god! I couldn't really tell you much about these characters. I could tell you who they are, but not who they are as people. They all just have very basic personality traits. They just picked a random character type, and that's it. That's all there really is to their character. Now, we didn't really explore any of their backstories. I'm sure all this tragic stuff happened with them, but you shouldn't really need that. Great characters are likable right away. Some of the side characters have interesting things about them, and I might want to know more about them, but for the time being, I really don't care that much. Oh, and then you have Elizabeth. Oh my god. What the fuck? What is she doing here? I'm sure she has an important role to play later on, but she has done nothing. She has done nothing except provide fucking creepy ass fan service. Oh yeah, we should probably mention that this series is full of that juicy fan service, and usually this type of stuff doesn't bother me. It's usually played for comedy. I think it's supposed to be played for comedy here, but it's not funny. And it's just so weird how it happens. Meliodas will just go up to Elizabeth and grope her, just grab her tits or something. He just does it out of nowhere without permission, which might have been quirky and funny if Elizabeth wasn't 16 and Meliodas wasn't fucking 3,000 years old.
All the memories I have are beautiful in my mind, but they don't feed the hunger deep inside my soul.
Just fucking weird. weird. Now, of course, there's a tournament arc. To be fair, after reading the My Hero Academia tournament arc, all tournament arcs will probably be worse in comparison, but it was still pretty bland. Although I was sort of excited going in because it looked like there may actually be more to Elizabeth than initially let on. Like, oh, a big plot twist, Elizabeth's actually cool. But no, it wasn't that at all. It was just more of the same shit. Man, do you ever read the manga series and just feel nothing? Because that's honestly how I feel after reading Seven Deadly Sins. I have zero desire to continue reading. I mean, I'm sure some more crazy stuff is going to happen. We really don't know everything about these characters. I'm sure we're going to learn all their pasts. Meliodas probably has some crazy shit going on with him. I don't know. The first 5 volumes just did such a bad job investing me into this world. So much so that I'm going to just say it. The first 5 volumes of Fairy Tail are better than the first 5 volumes of Seven Deadly Sins. The quality of storytelling and writing is about the same. The only difference is that the characters in Fairy Tail actually leave an impression. For better or worse. I mean, I'm sure as a whole this series is much better than Fairy Tail, but overall I really don't think I'm going to read any more of this. I'm sure a lot of you are fans of the series because I know it's very popular. A lot of people really like it. If you want to convince me to read more, I'll listen to you. Maybe it gets like much better on volume 6. It becomes a masterpiece. I don't think it should take a manga this long to get good, but you know, who knows. But yeah, until then, fuck the Seven Deadly Sins. Consider it bodied. I don't know why it's so popular. Jesus Christ. Just generic shonen schlock. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm gonna go read some JoJo, get this shit off my mind.